Okay, so in this video, we're gonna take a look at separating out the services. So this seems to be like a monolith service, and we're gonna break this into a microservice to serve the microservice architecture. And the first thing we're gonna do is separate out the models, the DTOs and the mapper. So for that, I'll be creating a new project which will be called as posts API, and this is this will be posts and post API. That's okay. New window, and this will have a POM. We don't need this, and this will have a POM which will contain the parent, and the packaging will be jar is what we need. So this will have this, and the parent will be similar to the this, and we go to POM parent, and we have to create package as model along with package as DDO and as a mapper. Okay, and in this case, we'll add the model to this and go into the post service, go to model, get this out, post API, paste it in here, refactor. Okay, these files, okay, cancel. And this is done. Now, what we have to do is we have to add the dependency in our post service. Okay, and this will be dependency. The group ID is this, and the artifact ID is this post API, and there will be a version, and the version is this. So since we haven't compiled it yet, this will fail. So for that, we need to compile that first, and this will be cd post API, do mvn clean install on this, and go Control Shift F, Control Shift S. This will be cd itf projects post service. Okay, and this will be post And so in this case, we have already built the post API. Now what we need to do is we have to go to post service and refresh this. Okay, so it got added. Now go to, since we have removed the model, we need to add it everywhere wherever it's required. So we go into this and we need post model. Cool. And get rid of this. Okay, I don't need this. And go to user. Then we go into post detail. Don't need this. Post, and we cool on this then. Also user DAO, and we don't need the spot, and user will have posts. We cool, and post DTO is okay. Post mapper. We're gonna take rid of this too. Cut. And we put it into posts API, into DDO, paste this file, refactor. Okay. Cancel. And also we'll get rid of the mapper. Remove this, Control X, cut, and put it into the posts API. We factor this out, add. Okay, so we got the model, DTO, and mapper in a separate API package, and we need to compile this out. And we go to post API, go to mapper, remove this. Okay, we go post DDO, and we go post. The same goes for the user. Okay, and DDO is fine, and the post, even this is fine. And we need to build this. Oh, it goes does not exist. And this is good enough. So in this case, we need to build this out. We'll take a look at that later. And when we are wait a minute. Go to the post service, and we need to resolve the issues with this. So what? Okay, we got post repository, got user repository, and model and mapper aren't there anymore. So we'll take a rid of this, delete user DAO, done. Post controller, we'll take a look at the service and service model mapper. This is not there. So we'll add it from here. Okay, and this to this to user, yep, and user DTO as well. And okay, go to post service, get rid of the DTOs, mappers, and models, and go to user mapper, add this, import this as well, and user DTO, user, and post. Okay, this has been resolved. Go to post service, yep, and then you go to, okay, go to post controller. So you don't have post DTO, just take it from the post from the jar, and you go to user controller, just get rid of the user DTO from here, and go to user this, and I guess this is enough. Okay, let me build this project. Okay, and let me start this. Okay, it failed. Now let me check what is the reason for it. It says that error creating bean with post controller, post service, and error find post repository, creating bean with post repository, enable JPA repositories declared on this, not a managed type post. So what it means is that we need to specify the entities that we'll be using from an external jar. So in this case, what we have to do is we need to specify the package where these services are, where the models are located. And for that, we have to add an entity scan. So if we specify the entity scan, in this case, we go to postinit and specify scan, not the entity. We need to explicitly specify the entity that we'll be scanning the packet. The entity, we need to explicitly specify the packages where the entities are located. So that will be, go to post repository, and it's this one. Go to post init and this. Okay, and let me give it a start. it still failed. It's saying that, okay, at least the error for the entities has gone, but it's saying that the field post mapper is required of type bean. Now in this case, we are using the components from a separate jar, right? For the post mapper or the mapping classes. And in that case, we need to specify the component. We need to scan those packages where the components are located. So in this case, we specify components scan explicitly with the base packages as and this will be, we go to a service. This is the place for the mapper, and we go to the post in it and specify this. And we also need to specify the since we are specifying it explicitly over here, we also need to specify what all components are there in this project. So we need to put this as org. Okay, but before that, let me give this a try. Okay, it started. At least it started. Let me give this a, let me use this. Okay, now it says that not found. Though we have specified the right URL, URI and everything with the port number and the server location, but still it will give me an error and without saying anything. Okay, even though it says Tomcat started on port number, but the problem over here is that the components that we have specified in our service aren't exposed because since we are explicitly putting a component scan URL, though component scan is part of Spring Boot application over here, but since we are specifying it outside of the Spring Boot application annotation, we have to put that in here as well. So this will be org dot post. Let me give this a try. Okay, the application has started, and let me send this. So we got the output, right? So these two annotations are important if we are splitting out the components as well as the models, entity models especially. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks.